A friend said it perfectly to me. He's Korean, by the way. He said to me, I think you've been here long enough to start experiencing the dark side of Korea.
I see the value in staying true, the value in love and what you do. Come back the truth.
So I didn't post on YouTube for about 3 weeks. It wasn't just YouTube. I went MIA, like off the radar. Don't know, man. I just really wasn't connected. Now I'm in a good place. I feel really good. So grateful that I have friends, not necessarily around me, but people in my life that are patient and have similar values. I've had some questions about, you know, Instagram and am I coming back on? I will definitely come back on Instagram in the future. It's easier to connect and like speak with you guys and communicate, see what my friends in the UK are doing. Because I'm not on Instagram, I'm thinking about hosting a video call about moving to Korea if you have any questions. But I also want to organize like a group video call to meet some of you, put faces to the names, because I see your comments and stuff. Definitely like open to doing that. Recently I've felt really uncomfortable sharing my life on YouTube or on social media. Basically taking some time out to really kind of explore why I feel like this, what triggers certain emotions or certain thoughts. It's such a shame because my favorite YouTubers are old school YouTubers. Shameless Maya, the Persian Babe, old school people that I used to watch. And I remember they were so vulnerable, so open. The things they used to share, breakups, relationships, talking about being homeless, so much they used to share. Raw lifestyle. Like it was raw, this is my life and this is what I'm going through, and it was real. Kind of why I feel uncomfortable with identifying as an influencer, because it's all, what's the word, like there's a word, but it's all packaged very nicely. The idea of staying on brand, sticking to a certain aesthetic, it's not something that is authentic to me. What is my brand? Yo, I'm just on this earth trying to figure it out like everyone else. I'm just living my life. Sometimes I might do something that might not necessarily align with who I want to be, but that's also part of discovering who I am. There's so many stuff I've done in the past that I just think, who the hell was that person? But I can tell those stories. There's no manual to this. There's no manual to life. Just be yourself. Do whatever makes you happy. Don't listen to half of the people online. Actually, do you know what? I'm just gonna say, take everything you watch, take everything you listen to with a pinch of salt. Even me. I think there's a difference between inspiration and influencing. There's a massive difference to vlogging your life. Like I was listening to a podcast and oh my gosh, it summarized everything I was feeling so well. I'm very conscious. I'm very self-aware. I know what makes me feel good and I know what doesn't make me feel good, right? The idea of like vlogging every moment and, you know, taking pictures and sharing your life online for other people to see. There's a very thin line between narcissism and genuinely just wanting to share. I'm always very cautious and conscious about crossing that line to narcissistic tendencies. I want to be able to bring value. I think I'm just questioning what is my value on here. Needed to take a break and just take a step back just to reevaluate, what is the point of you vlogging your life? Like, what is the point? Is it actually benefiting anyone? Am I actually making a positive impact? Am I making any impact? To start off as me wanting to share my experience in Korea with you, because overall I've had a really positive experience. I wanted to show that side of things. There's just been a lot on my mind and a lot I've been thinking about and just how I can bring value to this platform. I want to feel good about what I'm creating. I just feel like I just started to be a bit fake as well. In person, I'm a completely open book. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I share a lot. Actually, I share a lot, but also very conscious about what I'm sharing and who I'm sharing it with. So it's not that I just talk for talking's sake. No, I'm always very particular with what I'm sharing. In this life, don't trust no one. Always be cautious with what you're sharing. Anyway, I love hearing other people's life experiences, what makes them them, why they think the way they think, how they've gotten to like where they are. I just love it so much. Online, I obviously can't share everything. Trying to find the boundaries, like what do I feel comfortable sharing, what I don't feel comfortable sharing, and why I don't feel comfortable sharing those things. So for example, dating, right? I know people love dating stories. I love it as well. I love to like, you know, see, oh, who's she dating? Like, you know, I love the idea of love and all of that kind of stuff, right? Just part of like human nature. We are happy for people who are happy in love. I don't feel comfortable speaking about dating in Korea at all. I feel like if I keep talking, I'm just gonna weave myself a tangled web. So let me just keep the dating and career comments to a minimum. How do I feel about Korea? How do I feel about living here? Do you know what? A friend said it perfectly to me. He's Korean, by the way. And he said to me, I think you've been here long enough to start experiencing the dark side of Korea. And I thought, do you know what? Perfectly said. Recently, I've had a few negative experiences in Korea that have just like shocked me. Being asked if I'm poor and not being allowed into a toy store. It's just been one after the other. Almost a way of God telling me like, your time here's up. Do not overstay your time here, it's up. I might do a video on it. If I'm gonna share the good, which I've done, I think really well, I'm also gonna be honest about the negative side, right? It's only fair. At the same time, I'm so grateful for the experiences that I've made here, the people I've met here. I've been here almost 2 years, and that is so crazy. Growing up in London, I was easily able to appreciate Korean culture amongst other cultures. You value so many different cultures in London. It's like Kenya, for example. Indians migrated to Kenya, right? And so you have like Indian Kenyans, and when you look at Kenyan food, it's a fusion of Kenyan and Indian. And I always say this about London, you pull from all the ethnic groups around you and the people you went to school with, you almost create your own culture. I really love the options I get in the UK. When I was in the UK, I loved going to Korean restaurants, experiencing Korean things, and now I've been in Korea for almost 2 years, I'm starting to feel a little suffocated by it all. The lack of options that I have, the lack of diversity is starting to really affect me. I miss seeing sexy Lebanese boys, I miss seeing sexy South Asian boys, I miss seeing sexy Caribbean boys, I miss seeing sexy African boys. I'm kind of over it, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie to you. For a while, I started to think really negatively. Just had to like shift my brain, like, what is wrong with you, princess? You've got a roof over your head. You're in a safe country. There's a lot you should be grateful for. Just been a few things going on here, and I'm like in a weird stage where I have to make really big decisions and think about my next steps and stuff like that. Before I go, I'm about to listen to the Ed Sheeran Fireboys remix on Peru. I haven't even listened to it yet, but I think I'm gonna be here for it because it's Ed Sheeran. Hey. I'm sorry, but sometimes I feel like this country that I'm in at the moment is just, it's restricting me. It really is restricting me. I just feel like I have a lot of in terms of things I just want to vibe out to. I don't feel like I can completely do that here, because where am I gonna go to listen to music like this, like proper, and have people who really like this type of music? You know, I'm not even talking about race or anything like that, because I think in London, you can be from any race, like you can be from any culture, and we can vibe over grime, for example. We can vibe over Afrobeats. My friend who's Aisha, comment down in the comment section if you're watching. She's one of my friends who's half Irish, half Turkish, and I can speak to her about anything, literally anything. So it's not even an issue of like race, but it's just finding people with similar interests and who have exposure to things that I'm exposed to. I can adapt. I'm very adaptable. I can speak about a lot of different things, listen to alternative music. You guys saw when I was hanging out with that guy, chilling with a stranger in Korea video, he was showing me his K-pop, you know, songs and all of that. It's hard when that isn't reciprocated. Like, I don't feel like I can also do that and people would genuinely like feel the same passion that I feel. I'm just missing kind of all of that stuff. Yeah, I said I was gonna go, but I'm gonna see you guys next time because I've got to go now. Bye.